Welcome back, students. This is your Dean, Count Xevious. Today, I'm going to introduce to you a new format. This happens every month based on the Silph meta, and it's called the Gymbreakers World Cup. Different representatives from different countries take part, battle each other to find out which country is at the top of the PvP game. This week, we're going to take you through Belgium's two qualification rounds, where we had to face Lithuania and Qatar. So, I am the captain of the Belgium national team, and we are divided into four pairs, and we're going to do two from each country. So, first, we're going to cover Belgium's run against Qatar. So, we're going to be covering pair two, which is going to be me and Thomas versus Ahmed Al Kouari and Heppapeppa.
So Splin here to help to comment the game. So for the first game that we are going to cover is the games of Count Xevious against Ahmad. So here we can see you can see the different teams that both players are running. And so Abby, what were your thoughts when you saw the opponent's team?
My first intuition was that the biggest and the only counter he has, hard wall he has for my Abomasnow was Blaziken. Abomasnow had play against Altaria, Ferrothorn, Mantine, Wigglytuff, and also Galarian Stunfisk. So basically, I'm going to try to play Abomasnow a bit, and then just to protect it, I would, let's say, bring Mantine and have like Stunfisk to close, or maybe Vigoroth to close. If you also notice, Vigoroth is a great save swap in this game, so I think I might use it a lot. It is surprisingly it still beats Blaziken in the one shields, and if you have a good enough IV and a counter advantage, you can kill Wigglytuff also. So that's my game plan going into this game.
And what were your thoughts about his Blaziken? Were you expecting like a Blastburn Blaziken or a Stone Age or a Brave Bird Blaziken? Do you had like something in mind before coming to the game? Because I mean, it's a question mark to see Blaziken, and we saw a lot of people in Qatar using in the Qatar team using Blaziken. So what were you thinking about this Blaziken?
I've only had one thought with the Blaziken. I definitely knew it was going to be a Stone Age Blaziken. I don't see a lot of play for Brave Bird in this meta. Pretty sure it was going to be a Stone Age. So if I knew he had energy for a Stone Age, I would shield.
Let's jump then to the battle. So first game, and it's you lead with Abomasnow against Mantine, so it's a pretty good lead for you then.
Yeah.
So you are going to charge up. He's switching to his own his Galarian Stunfisk, and you decide to throw the energy ball.
Yeah, well, energy does neutral damage, so I know that it's going to chunk a lot of the Galarian Stunfisk's HP.
You decide to shield, I assume, to preserve the health of your Abomasnow.
Yeah, exactly. And I also wanted him to throw because I know that if I bring in my Mantine into a Stunfisk with energy advantage, then it's going to get to 2 rock slides, and it adds up. So that was my.
He decides to let go his Mantine to his G-Fisk to come with the Mantine, and here you go straight Ice Beam.
Yeah.
He still has to shield.
Yeah, it's interesting he didn't shield. I was hoping he might, but he didn't. So now my goal is to just go straight Ice Beam and try and force him to shield. If he doesn't shield, okay, great. If he shields,
here he decides to throw the Bubble Beam, I assume.
Yep. So now I can bring back my Abomasnow. I did save up some energy in the G-Fisk matchup. So I'm just going to go straight with the ball and see what he has at the back.
Yeah, and surprisingly, he's not shielding at all. So what were your thoughts? You were thinking that he had like the Blaziken in the back?
Yeah, that's my thought exactly. If you don't shield, it means that you have a squishy mon at the back that you need 2 shields for. I kind of figured it was going to be the Blaziken. So now I just bring in my G-Fisk. Yeah, Blaze Kick hurts, but my goal was just to, try and whittle him down, because I know that I'm not going to get to 2 fast moves, 3 fast moves. So The only option
Here,
for now.
you decide you had two rock slides, but you decided not to throw.
Yeah, it was not going to matter. I needed to get the 3 rock slides. So
Yeah. So next game, and it's a Vigoroth lead against his Mantine. So let's say it's playable for you, but he has advantage
yeah,
with his
definitely.
Mantine.
Yeah. So usually what I do is I charge up body slam +1 counter, and then I swap
Mm-hmm.
out. Because if he throws a bubble beam, I just bring in my Mantine. But he decides to bring in his swap in
His
his
Blaziken.
Blaziken. So I'm just gonna farm it down. I know at
Yeah,
this point he's at a Stone Edge, so I'm gonna shield 1, and then I'm gonna farm down the entire Blaziken.
that was a bit a weird move from him because he had the lead, but he decided to switch lock his Blaziken against your Vigoroth.
Yeah, but probably mostly because he thought he could throw a few counters and
Mm-hmm.
put it in the red. He brings in his Stunfisk, which is again interesting. I'm gonna double debuff it and see if he shields or not. If he doesn't shield, it's great for me. If he shields, it's also still good for me.
Yeah.
So
And he used it's an interesting strategy because he used basically the G-Fisk to clear out your energy on the mountain.
yeah, but this gives me a really good advantage. I don't have to shield any of this, and I'm just gonna try to get as much energy as possible from this Mantine
Mm-hmm.
before I throw the Weather Ball. So I wait for 2 Weather Balls, and then I throw 1. I know he will shield. Oh, he didn't shield. Oh, that's interesting. So at this point, if I save 1 shield for my Vigoroth, it's gonna be able to counter down the Sunfisk. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let the Abominus no go.
yeah, exactly. So even if he has 2 shields, he's going probably to die with his 2 shields,
Yeah,
let's say.
exactly. Now, I'm just gonna fast move him down. I'm just saving his shield. I'll let him throw whatever. I'm not going to throw anything at him. I'm just gonna fast move him down.
Yeah, and at this stage, he doesn't have like 2 charge moves
Exactly.
to win.
Yeah.
Well, last game, and it's again the same. It's a Vigoroth into a mountain lead.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he's going to play it the same. So you are playing it the same,
Yeah.
means body slime plus a counter.
Yeah. Because force him to CMP tie, and that's when he gets to his ice beam. So if he throws a bubble beam, I swap into and yeah, he tried to do the same thing, and I wanted to swap into my Mantine. Poor guy, just got switch locked.
Yeah, and at this stage, it sounds you are like on a very good position then.
So it's
So here it's probably a Stone Age, I assume.
yeah, it's a debuff Stone Edge. I didn't have to shield it, but I wanted to preserve some health on my Mantine. I know at this point I have the energy advantage, so I'm just gonna go straight Ice Beam because I think his Mantine threw a bubble and had 1 bubble extra over my Vigoroth. So this is fairly straightforward. If he goes Ice Beam, yeah, it'll take me to the yellow, but I'm still going to be able to
To
get
be able to, and he decides to switch to G-Fisk.
Yeah, this is great.
So
for
you are
me.
going,
Yeah.
yeah. So just a bubble beam to lower his attack, so then you can tank this charge move.
Yeah, and it's a rock slide. It's an easy tank for Vigoroth, and I'm just gonna go straight body
Yeah,
slam. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but I think even chipping off the Stunfisk is good because I have Abomasnow at the back, and I think even with shields down and where his Mantine's HP was, I could win it.
yeah,
pretty
with an energy ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So here I just want him to throw. I guess he was over farming. It works out for me. If he brings in his Mantine, I think I will try to immediately swap. But okay, yeah, there was no need because he was
Yeah,
never going to get
because
to.
you were
Yeah,
very close to a body slam that will KO.
yeah.
So good first game then.
Yeah, it was fun. GG's, Ahmed.
Yeah. So second game, what were a bit your thoughts about his team? Is bringing spice with the Cherim?
Yep. It's very interesting, Cherrim. Cherrim is a grass type, but basically a fire Pokemon because you use it for the Weather Ball spam. So my main thought was that Skarmory is going to be a very good Pokemon this game because it does beat Cherrim, it beats Altaria, it beats Blaziken, it has play against Mantine, and it can also do well in the mirror. So I was going to play around Skarmory a little bit, and I also noticed that a double flyer strat can also come in really good in this against this team. So if I safe swap, let's say Mantine, he doesn't have a counter other than his Mantine. But at that point, I will already have one bubble advantage at least, and then I can go straight Ice Beam and beat that matchup also. So basically, I'm not sure. I think I run double flyers in this game.
So let's check that then. So first game, you lead the Skarmory into a Cherim, so it's positive for you.
Yeah, and he brings his Mantine. I think
he
I
decides
go for a Brave
Bird. So it's going to be a Bubble Beam here.
Yeah. And I go for.
And here, yeah, Brave Bird and swap out. I think that's the play. Yeah, bringing you decide to bring Vigoroth here, so it's interesting move, keeping your Mantine then.
Yeah, I'm saving my Mantine, and I'm gonna give all the shields to the next to the Mantine at the back, because I don't see anything in his team that has play against Mantine right now. Here, I just charge one extra because I think he was going for the Ice Beam, and I just throw the Body Slam. So I come out with shield advantage.
It's enough to kill.
See a Blaziken.
Yeah, and he's coming with the Blaziken. He farms you down, and then you have the Mantine in the back, and yeah, with shield advantage, it's going to be complicated because you can just farm it down entirely.
Yeah, and here I made a mistake, but it was not exactly a mistake. I guess Bubble Beam, and then I swapped to my Skarmory, and that should be.
Yeah, and I think he just caught you a bit off guard with the aggressive swap.
Yeah, but that's okay. I think I will tank this Weather Ball also, so it's not really an issue for me. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, and you can force force the last shield, or you take out this Cherim, and then then you still have the shield.
Just bubble him down. I mean.
Yeah. I think it should be a Blaze Kick, no? Yeah, only a Blaze Kick here.
Yeah, but no, I was not taking any risks.
Yeah, GG with one shield. Yeah. So second game, yeah, this is interesting because if we see on PV Poke, Mantine is supposed to win this matchup, but if it's your shield, the first Bubble Beam, because otherwise you can win the matchup.
Yeah, exactly. Skarmory has quite good play against Mantine, and if you know the play that you have, I think it's pretty advantageous. I would say, personally, I like Skarmory in this matchup and not Mantine. Here, if you Brave Bird, and I think it should really put it in the red, or actually do quite a bit of damage. Yeah, and then you.
Yeah, exactly, and then you decide to swap your own Mantine.
Yeah, and here you see that I come out with a shield advantage, and at this point it's pretty good for me. Like 2 shields to 1 Mantine should beat everything in his team. And what I notice is that he brings in his Skarmory, so I kind of think that he might have something weak to Mantine at the back. So
yeah, probably Blaziken then, I'll say.
So I'm going to try and save 1 shield and put this Skarmory as low as possible, so that either I can farm it down with something, or I can kill it easily.
So he uses last shield.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let the Mantine go. It makes no sense to keep it. It survived, so I come in with my Vigoroth. And here I know, with the shield advantage, Blaziken Bulldoze, and it should be gone.
Bulldoze is enough to KO at this range.
Yeah. So he brings in his Skarmory. I could let it go, because I know my Skarmory has good enough HP to deal with this. So I'm gonna bring in my Skarmory. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and I think here, even if you add shield and throw this Body Slam plus counter, it will have been enough as well to KO. Basically, the game was won at this stage.
Yeah, exactly.
So very nice. Here we see a Shadow Articuno that was not supposed to be on his team.
Yeah, but I guess it was already over, and I didn't notice at that point because I was ecstatic that I won both my
The
games. So
the 2-0.
yeah, as you can see, I'm still rocking the double flyers. It's very good against his team. So I take in an ice shard. What is it? Icy wind, and then I swapped over
Yeah, I
Vigorot
win.
because I know Vigorot beats it to icy wind.
Yeah, forcing a shield, and here again you can you arrive to the body slam before being debuffed, so
Yeah.
that's always nice.
So now, as you see, I have a shield advantage, and now I have a Vigorot with 2 shields to 1. I know I can win this matchup if I commit shields.
Yeah, and he decides to go to bubble beam
Yeah,
first.
and body slams add up. I know it's debuffed, but they do add up. And he threw another bubble beam, which I guess is
Yeah.
another mistake. But I'm just going to save one, and then try to catch this bubble beam on my Mantine.
On the Mantine, that's very nice play. Yeah.
So here I'm just gonna let I'm let
Decide
him
to
double
shield.
debuff me. It's okay. I go ice beam because at
Yeah.
this range it KOs. Yeah, and I'm still waiting to see what his last Pokemon was. He's been playing around with Mantine and Articuno.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here I know it's a bubble beam, and I know I'm gonna get to a bubble beam also. I don't charge it, hoping that I can farm down the Mantine, but then I realized that I was too.
Yeah. It's a bit ambitious, let's say.
I thought it would do a little bit more, but I kind of forgot that I had what is it called?
But you still survived, huh?
Yeah.
You still survived, and that was and you're good call on him to not shield.
Yeah. It's gonna be a difficult game to win. But I know that I have a Skarmory at the back, and it's at a point where Stunfisk is at a point where I can kill it with a Brave Bird, as long as
Yeah.
it doesn't shield. And he can't. What is it called? He can't get more than 2 rock slides.
Yeah,
so
and he needs 3, I think, to
4
KO you.
to
4.
easily.
Yeah, because it's debuffed,
Yes,
exactly.
So I know that I'm gonna win this. I'm just gonna farm him down a little bit, put him to the red, and then Brave Bird him.
Yeah, and we have the timer here on the top. Starting.
Yeah, time's up, but yeah, I had a shield advantage and like a very healthy Skarmory, so he had no way of coming back into this game.
Yeah. Exactly. So here next we are going to see the games of your teammate in the pair. That's Tomasino. So he's going to play against the same opponents as you played, and we are going to analyze his games. He's running a different team because he has like Obama Snow, Vigorot, G-Fisk, Mantine, Alolan Marowak, and Articuno. So what's your insight here if you look at the team? Same that Obama Snow has a lot of play except against the Blaziken.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy, I think. Articuno has a lot of play against his team. So I would try to have something with the core like Articuno, Abomasnow, and try to bait out the Blaziken and see how it works out. But it should be interesting how he plays. Game 1, he leads Mantine, and we have the most exciting mirror of this cup, Mantine versus Mantine. Let's see how they both play out. I guess the good move is to go Ice Beam and then throw it before your opponent does, if he's not going Ice Beam. So I think both of them will be playing for the no shields and see who wins CMP. Thomas has a CMP, which is good for him. So it means that he's always going to throw before his opponent. And yeah, so at this point, you throw a few bubbles. You can Mantine will be at a point where the bubble beam kills.
Yeah, and that's the play But here he lose CMP,
Yeah.
so
Maybe both of them had the same IVs, and you know, it's random when you have same IVs, similar attack stat.
yeah,
But I think in a way it's good because his next Pokemon can come in and get some energy advantage. And
exactly. And he got one free counter with the Vigoroth, and he's going to go straight Body Slam.
yeah. Oh, he didn't shield. His opponent grossly overestimating the tankiness of the Blaziken there. So at this range, I think the Vigoroth can just counter it down, and he will
Yeah,
have a move stored for what comes next.
and
So
it's a G-Fisk.
yeah, so he goes straight Bulldoze.
Yeah,
If it's unshielded, it does about 40%, 50% of G-Fisk's HP. And he
and
gets
here is
still Body
yeah,
Slam. Okay, he could force
yeah.
2 shields at this point. Yeah, oh
He's
wow.
farming a lot. You're the opponent, and it's a G-Fisk in the back.
So the only play the opponent had at this point was to bait with Rock Slide, but he went straight
Yeah,
Earthquake, which is unfortunate. If this is an Earthquake, it will really put it in the red, but yeah.
yeah. But this Earthquake is going to be enough to KO.
In the case, that was very well played by Thomas, and the opponent deciding not to shield the Blaziken and giving 2 shields to Stunfisk early was the deciding factor here. So Blaziken
Yeah,
versus Alolan Marowak, this is very good for the Marowak. He just has to watch out for the Stone Edge, and he can go straight Bone Club or even straight Shadow Ball for the win here. So yeah, he shields the Stone Edge,
yeah.
and
So
out
that's
comes Mantine.
very good. And then we have the switch. So here he's going to throw the Shadow Ball and swap out. That
Yeah.
should be the right play.
Exactly. Oh wow, he swapped into Mantine. That's interesting though. Personally, I would have swapped into the Stunfisk because Stunfisk has a really bad matchup against. Has a bad matchup against Blaziken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I guess if he's as long as he goes straight Ice Beam, it shouldn't really be a problem.
Yeah, he's going to keep switch advantage, and
And yeah,
then you can see
and this is a
the
bubble
last
move,
one.
so yeah. Okay, the last one is a G-Fisk. This is going to be interesting how it plays out. G-Fisk has a good matchup against his Alolan Marowak also, and if it has an energy advantage, then it's going to do well against his Stunfisk. So the goal
So
here
he's
for
gonna
him is to debuff as much as possible.
yeah, exactly. Mantine could be a real nightmare in this cup with the debuff. It's really a game changer.
And his opponent is doing the mistake of thinking he can farm down
With
the
a mud
Mantine
shot.
with a mud shot. Yeah. If I were the opponent, I would have switched out at this point and tried to save the energy on the Stunfisk.
Exactly, because I don't think even Earthquake will kill at this being debuffed. I think it was twice, or
Yeah, it was 3 times.
yeah, I think twice or 3 times. So
Oh,
and
that was
nice catch.
But the Blaze Kick, oh, it's a Stone Edge. Wow.
Oh, that's amazing sack swap from Thomas here.
Yeah.
This will be enough to KO, of course.
Yeah, and Stunfisk barely has anything.
Yeah, even a Rock Slide is going to be I think it's going to be enough to KO at this range.
It won't.
Yeah. But the mud shots, extra mud shots.
Yeah, there's no way back actually. That sack swap I think saved the game for him.
Yeah, exactly. That was very nice sack swap. So we have a Mantine mirror for the second game.
Yeah. Again, I guess both of them will go straight Ice Beam, and Thomas was lucky he got in one more bubble. It means that he will be ahead on energy. Yeah. Okay, it got evened out because his opponent got a bubble now.
Yeah. This game is so unpredictable at this stage.
Yeah. He gets another bubble off, which is interesting. Yeah, it's a way to play it. So he had a bubble advantage and immediately froze,
Yes.
and now he's cancelled out one of his opponent's fast moves. So now he will get to the bubble beam before his opponent does, which puts him at an advantage. So his opponent needs one more, or should be now. Yeah. To
Yeah,
get.
but he's scale, and here he can. I think, yeah, he's going to reach the bubble beam before the rock slide,
Yeah.
debuffing the G-Fisk,
Well, let's see if the
and that's
G-Fisk still commits to bubble down, to much it down. That's no.
yeah, it still does.
It's interesting. It's an interesting play, to be honest. Oh, that was a
Oh,
that was a
very
nice
nice.
catch.
Catching the rock slide, the double debuff rock slide,
But this
and then
puts him
it's
in a really bad place. I think because Blaziken gets to Blaze Kick just about the same time as he gets to the rock slide. So
but he's going to be able to force both shields.
yeah, definitely. If I was a Blaziken, what I would be playing at is to try and farm down the Stunfisk, but I don't. I think it's still possible. Yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, here it's if it's a
it's
Stone Edge,
the
it's
bait.
going. Oh man, very well played by Ahmed. Yeah, and this is going to be a rock slide and an earthquake, and that should put it in the red. Yeah. Okay, rock slide. And this should be another one, and that's GG.
Yeah,
Very well played by Ahmed. He read Thomas really well. I think Thomas made a mistake of swapping switch locking his Stunfisk into the Blaziken.
yeah, exactly. So for the third game, and it's a Cherim against G-Fisk. No, so it's next opponent, so it's a Cherim against G-Fisk. So it's a bit a weird matchup because it can go either side, let's say.
Yeah, I think you need to land the rock slide bait and then hit the earthquake to win that matchup.
Yeah, I try to switch here, Thomas, but with the current mechanics, it's hard to pull out.
Yeah, and he goes for another rock slide. This won't KO. I think if the opponent is smart, he's gonna farm a little bit extra and then try to throw. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a nice
swat to catch the weather ball.
Yeah, but now he has his Alolan Marowak switch locked against Amantine. This is not good at all.
Yeah,
I guess.
and it's going to be debuffed before reaching the Shadow Ball.
Yeah, if I were the opponent, I wouldn't want to shield this because of course it hurts, but it's not going to hurt as much as a non-debuffed rock slide.
Yeah, and he succeed to. I thought he succeed to reach a Shadow Ball, but he goes for the Bone Club.
He would not have gotten the energy for the Shadow Ball because before the turn ends, he would have died. And yeah, well, Stunfisk comes and Stunfisk goes, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So 2 versus 1 shield, Mantine versus Mantine. I guess this is going to be the opponent basically debuffing the Mantine as much as he can.
And he still has free mons, so it's pretty difficult for Thomas to
come back into
in this game.
So I guess this. Oh man, he even shields a bubble beam. I guess this is really bad. I don't think this ice beam will knock out the Mantine. It does.
Yeah, it does.
It's interesting. What's happened? I think he has a
Blaziken that's.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, so it's still playable for Thomas then.
Yeah. The opponent made a mistake of letting his Blaziken go, I think. Ideally, you want a no-shield matchup, Blaziken versus Mantine, and he can kill the Mantine with the Stone Edge, but...
Yeah, because now he needs to land the bait, I assume.
Yeah, but he already tried to bait and he didn't, so now all the Mantine has to do is bubble it down, or throw this one, and that should KO. Okay, that's GG. The Cherrim at the back has no HP whatsoever.
Yeah.
So bad lead for Thomas. Oh man. Okay.
Oh, that's going to hurt if it's not shielded.
Yeah.
Of course, it's shielded.
And the opponent gets a bit greedy. He goes to overfarm a little bit, but yeah. I think the Blaziken is at 2 Blaze Kicks, so it makes no sense to shield this one.
Yeah, of course.
It depends what he comes in with. If he comes in with Alola,
With the Mantine, that was a nice play because he couldn't reach the Stone Edge before dying.
Yep, and now he can just go straight Ice Beam. He has a shield advantage, and Ice Beam does quite a lot of damage. And Cherrim has to land a Solar Beam and to do any semblance of damage to Mantine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good bait with the Weather Ball, but will he get to the next move? Ooh, Solar Beam, which also goes shielded. Yeah. And then he has a Mantine at the back. So this probably will be a Bubble Beam. Oh, straight Ice Beam.
Ice Beam, but here he can basically as well debuff twice the Mantine, and then he can he goes Ice Beam.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be very difficult to come back into this game for Thomas. I guess he needs to catch the Ice Beam on the Alolan Marowak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a Bubble Beam. Okay. So, yeah. This is a bit difficult, but the opponent has a shield left. The play would be to throw as many moves as possible and then swap into his Cherrim to reset the debuff.
Yeah. So here he goes with the trying with the bait. Ooh.
The back-to-back bait.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets it.
He gets the shield. Nice.
Yeah.
And the Mantine needs to throw, huh?
I don't think so. I think the Mantine can farm down, but the other Mantine will. Oh man, that was a CMP tie. Ooh, Bubble Beam.
Oh. Very interesting.
Very well played. Oh. Very well played.
Nice, very nice game. And we have like the last game. Oof, bad lead for Thomas. The worst nightmare you can have is switch directly to Mantine.
Oh man, that's even worse because this one's a CMP tie. It's a Stone Edge, and he already threw his Bubble Beam. Oh no, he did not. Okay. Oh wow, that's interesting. If you notice the opponent's team, if it's the same during when I played, I told you that he really does not have like a huge counter to a Mantine except his Mantine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an amazing save swap to have. Skarmory does quite well against the Mantine, especially now that he didn't debuff the Skarmory, he just went straight Ice Beam. That's not exactly what you want. Because a debuffed Skarmory is much easier to deal with, especially if you're if you have an Abomasnow at the back.
And he's going to let his Mantine go.
Yeah, and probably come in with the Marowak and farm down.
Marowak to farm, yeah. Before he can reach a charge move.
Oh, this is bad. It's gonna be difficult to come back. I think he can one shield the Mantine. Blaziken has energy, so this might put it deep in the red though.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
man, this is interesting.
He goes straight Weather Ball. I think he could have reached an energy ball.
It makes no sense
before before the Bubble Beam.
Yeah,
but anyway, he goes energy ball now.
Yeah, and this should be a game. I think he can Powder Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a game. Yeah.
Yeah, because you still have the Mantine in the back.
Yep.
So very nice played. Then.
And yeah, Belgium beat Qatar 33-15.
Battlers, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video, and stay tuned as more content is coming very soon.